Well, I think it's still afternoon, right? What I would say about their offer was that it was a tiny step. We looked at the actual numbers, and from $12 billion of tax increases over the next 4 years, it goes down to $11,600 million. So it is a tiny step, but at least we're moving in the right direction. We both agree that we should start looking towards spending targets. We think that that's important, that we're working on those. So that's a place of agreement. The Healthcare Access Fund is off the table. They want it on the table. And one thing I'll say about that, too, is they talk about our budget. The Healthcare Access Fund has problems in the out years. So does theirs. And so either way, that is a problem. But it is a tiny step, and we'll just keep working on it. It might be longer than I'd hoped, but that's where we're at right now.
Mr. Leader, does it need to go down to zero, the gas tax?
Yeah, we've always said that the gas tax is not an option. We have, what they do in their plan is lower it 4 cents, which makes Minnesota the number 6th highest state for gas tax. And so there's just another area that we end up being in the top 10 for taxes. And what we did 2 years ago is we took half the sales tax on auto parts and put that to roads and bridges. So their plan puts that back into the general fund, so that 16 cents really is significantly lower than that because of the money that they lose by putting our funds back into the general fund. So yeah, it's a dead issue for us.
They just told us a moment ago that the 2% provider tax that you folks are on the cusp of administering, it needs to remain in order for the budget to balance. It doesn't sound like you're saying.
No, we've looked at some numbers about how we balance the budget, and we can get to places of compromise that still do not need any tax increases to work. We have $1 billion of surplus. In November alone, we took another $491 million, and because of the bills that were vetoed last year, that money was available, but that went into reserves. And so that's another pot of money that we think we should be looking at. And then finally, there's forecasted money going forward that's not even calculated right now that we show that's over $5.7 billion. No. Let's see if we get the right number on that. Billion? No.
Yeah. What are you trying to say?
The future forecasted number. I want to make sure I get the right number. There it is. Yes, a lot, big amount. Too many numbers going on. But anyway, there's a lot of money that we can access that would mean that we don't need a tax increase. So, but this is a tiny step. We're going to keep working. We want to come back within about an hour and counter. So stay tuned.